Well, ahead of the world's first AI summit, the UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak vowed to set up the world's first artificial intelligence safety institute in the UK. However, not everyone was pleased with the Tory leader, especially some senior leaders of his own party. The former Prime Minister Liz Truss said that she was disturbed by Sunak's invitation to China to attend the AI summit. Liz Truss called on the UK Prime Minister to cancel the invitation and said that China uses AI as a means of state control and national security, while adding that no responsible person expects China to abide by anything at this type of summit. Sunak is facing a Tory wrath over the invitation. However, Sunak has already rebuffed calls from his own party to exclude the country. He insists that inputs of all major countries in the field of technology are required to manage the risks posed by artificial intelligence.
And with regard to China, look, I can't say with 100% certainty that China will be there, but I do believe that it's absolutely the right thing to have invited them. AI, China is, unquestionably the world's second AI power behind the US. That's just a fact when you look at the amount of research, investment and activity that's happening there. And AI doesn't respect borders.
Many Tory MPs are unhappy with the government's China stance. Former Tory leader Duncan Smith says engaging with Chinese officials only makes the UK look weak. Earlier, the Deputy Prime Minister, Oliver Dowden, said ministers should wait and see whether the Chinese officials actually come to the UK for the meeting. Political leaders and experts from multiple nations are expected to join this summit, including the US Vice President Kamala Harris and Google DeepMind CEO Demis Hassabis. For more on this, we're now being joined by Stuart Smith from London. And Stuart, tell us a little bit more about this AI summit that's slated to happen and, of course, all the controversy around China being invited.
Yeah, that's right. So what makes this controversy particularly pointed for Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister, is that it comes from two very senior people in his party, the former Prime Minister as well as a former leader of the Conservative Party, both of whom believe that China shouldn't be there, saying variously from Liz Truss that China uses artificial intelligence for national security and for a means of state control, which she claims is fundamentally different to how the benefits of artificial intelligence are perceived in the West. And then also, indeed, Sir Ian Duncan Smith, who suggested that if China has a place at the table during this AI safety summit, when it's expected for the first time from an international standpoint, countries will get together to decide and scrutinise how the world can move forward with this technology. He's suggesting, Sir Ian Duncan Smith, that China being there will mean that only things get discussed and observances made where China thinks it's most appropriate.
Right, Stuart, thanks very much indeed for joining us with the very latest on what's happening with that AI summit and, of course, the responses coming to Prime Minister Sunak's invitation.